Right, we're back again to round up this week's Premier League news. Uh, as always, it's Dardeti, and today I'm joined with just Stephen.
Mm,
So, Stephen, did you see the friendlies this week?
I haven't seen any of them actually. I've seen highlights of one or two of them.
Well, supposedly United got beaten yesterday, which is Friday, by West Brom,
Oh, lovely.
2-1. Pogba and
Did Ferrari
Fernand-
do it?
Pogba and Fernandez's first game as well. I don't know who scored. I can't find it. It's actually I don't like the. I've only seen a couple of things online. I haven't. There hasn't been really much about it.
Everyone's hoping Pogba Fernandez will be the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially we missed out on a game on Wednesday because you see Michael O'Neill from Stoke has the coronavirus.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's just how close. Like he that if that wasn't caught and you don't even know like how far he got into the ground, like into the training ground, he could have easily
Yeah,
spread that across the whole team. And not even
definitely.
his own team and then onto the field like. So luckily enough they stopped it and that was called off. Arsenal lost 3-2 to Brentford.
I seen that. Apparently the I got shown every goal except for the winning goal, which I heard was the best goal.
I didn't see any of them. I can't. Uh, like the for some reason the friendly games aren't being reported on that at all by any of the major. They just tell you the score. Any of the major news outlets, they just tell you the score and that's it. And you can't. And then like you have to go like searching like the dark web then to find the fucking highlight. It's ridiculous.
You would have thought that Sky would have been all over it for the fucking football coming back.
Yeah, the friendly like the United and West Brom friendly isn't even on Sky. Like the result. That's why I don't even know if it's I don't even know who scored or when the goals were scored. Why like were they mistakes? How like you're getting nothing. Like I don't even know, you don't know how fit the team is. Absolutely nothing. I did get some. They did put up something for Liverpool. They bet Blackburn 6-0, and they said that Keita scored and so did Mane, and that's all I seen. So did they score
Yeah,
three goals each? I don't know.
of course they put that up.
That was it. But they are a lot. They are a lot all over the fucking League One and League Two being fully cancelled now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
And they done it by the some really weird points per game system, and it fucking it means that they're getting the playoffs. All the positions are withheld according to this system, and first, second is promoted, and then we have the playoffs to be played, and then we have the relegation teams are relegated,
And the championship is supposed to be playing.
and the championship is playing. That's why United and all are playing championship teams. They get the fitness back up. We
I
we
hope Leeds fuck it up.
I don't know. See that it's not the best year for teams winning titles. Liverpool and fucking Leeds. He
I
also
love the
you love what?
Atletico Madrid. I love Atletico Madrid's what's it? CEO saying that like, well, if the Champions League doesn't come back, we should win because we beat the champions.
Is that the same thing for Watford?
Watford put up a fucking tweet with a question mark of Premier League about that tweet.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Imagine just randomly Watford's declared the Premier League champions. I'd be all over that chance, would you? That'd be great. Anything but Liverpool, even though they completely
yeah.
deserve it. Still gonna be painful to watch. How
Well,
many
they
games?
won the
How many
when
games do they
Liverpool
need
were
to
coming back.
win?
Oh, it's something like fucking 2 or 3 or is it? If Man City lose, I think Liverpool just has to beat Everton.
I, uh, it's gonna be a rough. Once that's over, the football then it'll be a bit more interesting because it's all about the top
They
four. Then.
don't want the game in Liverpool because they're scared of what will happen.
Yeah, well, that's understandable because it's same thing we could happen with Leeds.
The
Because
24, they're fifth and five, the 25 points clear. Where if Liverpool, if City lose, then there's 9 games left, which is 28 points, and if Liverpool win, that's it.
yeah, did you see as well that FIFA said the transfer windows can open while they're still playing. So is that can what happens if they sign somebody?
The leagues, I think, are being told that they decide when the players can be registered.
Yeah. So
So
if someone signs, they stay. So if someone signs for the Bundesliga, they have to stay in the Bundesliga until they can be
they can be
registered.
registered. Yeah,
Alright, that makes sense. So yes, there's like a pretty. So we're probably gonna have like the shortest transfer window ever. Besides, obviously
Chelsea
January
have
for the
gone
summer.
mad with their transfers.
Yeah, they're after Havertz and Shidwell is the main two at the moment.
They've locked down CH, and they've agreed in pretty much everything with Werner.
Yeah, that still has been announced yet though. Soon.
I've heard it's because they can't get the medical done because
Yeah,
of Bundesliga regulations. He can't come over to the UK,
yeah,
and
yeah,
because of the like lockdown period, the doctors can't go over because then they'd come back and be in isolation for 14 days.
yeah, yeah. That makes sense. So we're just you just gonna have to wait. So if a player has to go for a medical then during the summer, that means they're
Mm,
essentially going to be signed because then if they're not going to be signed, they can't be used. They're essentially out for now
yeah,
for 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Because sometimes when transfers are done, they actually go for medicals and stuff, and then you don't actually ever hear about it.
Yeah.
That happens like the odd time. But for this summer, we know that if a player is going for his medical, the deal is essentially done. So
And
have
you'll hear about it more because people, a lot less people traveling.
and would have a lot of clickbait titles from uh all over all those terrible news sites that would say that uh Ronaldo's son is on his way to Old Trafford for a medical, even though medicals don't take place in Old Trafford. But however,
Just let people keep dreaming there.
did you see Sane and Munich are still City and Munich are still fighting over Sane?
I've seen that, and I've also seen that essentially, but Bayern have said, you know what, sort of, we'll wait till January. He's only got 6 months left then, and we'll just get him on a free.
Yeah, because I think he's only young fella, like they can just wait.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there like left midfielder for years.
So
And did
he's
actually
only going to
on,
Ribery, Robin, like,
on the topic that Fatty just said, did you see Robin was seen at Bayern Munich training, and there's rumours that he might come out of retirement. See that,
I'm more likely to believe that he's being brought in
coach?
as a coach. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how old is he now?
oh, I could not tell you. 2 seconds. Robin
He's 36.
he could still play. Could still
He
play.
could, but I still think he's going to come out as a coach, not out of retirement. Like they have Nabry, who's on fire down the right. Like,
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but then yeah, he probably was probably his coach. Yeah, you probably wrote it down. We'll talk more about some transfers
yeah,
tomorrow when we're doing our next thing for the Premier League review that our preview we're gonna do for football coming back next week. I just want to finish on one thing that also came out during the week, and that was actually two things. The first one is Ali is suspended for the United game, which is grand because that means now they I don't think they'd had maybe play Lo Celso up ahead in Lo Celso. It seems to be a bit of a hit and missing player, but they still spend a
yeah.
lot of money in bringing them in. And then the other thing is a very big issue now in the world is the Black Lives Matter movement. And Sterling came out and was talking about it today. Or Wednesday, sorry. Did you hear about that?
I seen a couple posts about it, but I didn't really look into much.
He's basically saying like uh, black coaches should be given a chance. So with the in the top leagues because he was comparing like Gerrard and Lampard that have big roles in the UK, where like Sol Campbell's down managing Southend, like, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
Uh, and it was pretty like a lot of people were looking at it and were like, me included, like saying, Jesus, you're spot on there. So the Premier League are thinking about bringing in a, the rule that was introduced in the NFL. It's called like
yeah. Then the
the
blue one colored coach.
yeah, it's called the Rooney Rule, and I think they
Yeah.
have it already in the Championship or one of the leagues, lower leagues. So
Mm.
they're gonna introduce that, and then they're also for I think for just for the is it just for the Saturday games or for the games next Wednesday as well that the players' names are removed and it's just saying to say Black Lives Matter.
That'll be the first round of games.
Yeah, I think it's the first 12 games, so that's next weekend's games and Wednesday night's games, which is
That's
a
what
which is a big step as well because all the like the best way to reach to educate people on it is to have the younger audience watches it and idolize these players. What be like, why is there, what does it mean by Black Lives Matter on the back of a jersey? So that's a good thing. The Premier League did.
yeah. But did you see the Arsenal players though? Where
No.
they all got tops for training with that were blacked out with like lines or sentences about like I s- it's, my skin is not a crime, my color is not a crime, my no I can't breathe written on them.
Oh, I did see that actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. Yeah, that was Arsenal, was it?
Yeah, that was Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah. That the they probably wears some of that at the games as well when they're playing as well. And then they're also allowed to protest. The Premier League confirmed that if they want to kneel, if they want to do any protests before the game, they can. They won't be punished for.
Yeah,
Because I think there was a bit of outroar when Sancho was punished for doing something similar during the game. Remember he took off his jersey when he
yeah.
scored. I think that was last
Uh,
weekend. He got a bit of a slap in the wrist then from the Bundesliga, which I think they withdrew.
but then they find them again. Did you hear about that?
No, they find him again?
Yeah, because he brought a hairdresser to his house.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Seen that. Well, that's fair enough because that's just trying to stop people from doing something similar.
apparently that he's got a couple of fines off of the league in the last year or two, and Dortmund are starting to get a bit like fed up with the way that he doesn't care about the regulations or stuff that he's been told. Like you can't do this as a league player.
Yeah, yeah, because it is the German way. Like you
Yeah,
don't be going around breaking the rules like that. Like they just end up
yeah.
getting annoyed. So
Like
I
he's
think
putting them in a bad light with the league.
yeah, yeah, and it does look like he will leave in the summer.
Do you believe it's going to be tonight?
I would say it is. I'm probably about 60% sure.
Do you think that will solve United's problems? Like,
No,
well, not that it will solve the problem, but it will, you know, give us that real bite next year to like properly hold on to like a fourth place spot, maybe even third.
yeah, yeah, it's a step in the right direction, anyways.
Because like let's all be real. I think Chelsea are probably going to get somewhat into the title picture next year with the way they've gone about. If all the deals go through, bar Havertz, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I know they're pretty limited. You know, you can have great players, but it comes down to your coach, and he's been a bit blown out of the water. Lampard,
But
like,
he did very decently with the team.
uh,
Although I I think he I
he
think it's
is.
bad out when he got the first transfer window. Oh, like Lampard in the English media, Lampard, he's English and he's British with talented, and this Lampard's all England, and then he gets his first transfer window and just buys.
Yeah,
Like
because
he didn't buy in January, but he's gone mad now.
yeah, actually, the minute the January window closed, they announced that they signed Ziyech, and then they have Werner now, and they want to bring in the lads Sidwell,
They
which is
they were
an
just
English
working
lad.
on smart deals.
Yeah, there'll be a team definitely to watch next year. We'll talk about it again tomorrow. So I think that's there's nothing else I think I've seen this week. So I think that's it.
That's it.
See ya.